Welcome to the So Much More podcast, where we talk with people in the custom window treatment, soft home furnishings industry, and so much more. I'm your host, Ciel DeGuglielmo. Welcome to today's podcast. It's a little bit different today because I have a lot of guests. Today, I am speaking with the Jersey Girls. And if you don't know anything about the Jersey Girls, then you've clearly never been to the Custom Workroom Conference, where their cheering and their presence is well known. And you clearly don't live in southeastern Pennsylvania or New Jersey, or you would know who they are. The Jersey Girls is a group of workrooms who have connected with each other over the years and have created a bond that they describe as a sisterhood. And I have the privilege and the honor of knowing all of them. And I've gotten to know them all a little bit more as time has gone by. But Rosemary Garner is one of the Jersey Girls, and she suggested this podcast. And I thought it was a great and really fun idea because I am in their presence enough that I get to see the incredible interaction and support that they give to one another. So the reason for this podcast is to share with you what they have created, the bond and the support system that they've created for each other, for themselves, and to sort of give people a little bit of a push and say, you might be able to find this for you if it's something that sounds like fun to you. I'm going to warn you, it gets a little chaotic at times. I did my best to wrangle them, but their enthusiasm and their energy is boundless. And they talk over each other in a few spots. And there are a couple parts that I thought, I should really cut this out. And then I decided just to leave it because it really gives you the true idea of who the Jersey Girls are. So who's in this group? Well, let me tell you. In no particular order, Sue Berry, who has been a designer and fabricator in business for 13 years. Her business is So Stylish Designs Llc. And I will put a link to everyone's website or IG account in the show notes. Diana Nolan of Diana Nolan Custom Windows LLC. Diana is a drapery workroom, both retail and to the trade. She's been operating for 25 years in Southern New Jersey. Suzy Daruwala of So Bella Home, where the skilled hands at So Bella Home create beautiful fine window coverings, pillows, custom bedding, and accessories using couture methods while keeping your specific requests in mind. By the way, Suzy is a Jersey girl, but she lives in California, and you'll hear more about that today, too. Kelley Garfield is the owner of Kelley's Custom Home Interiors, LLC, and with over 20 years in the window treatments and soft furnishings business, adding the jewelry to your space one stitch at a time. And Robin Matthews of Seam So Right. Robin has been operating her soft furnishings workroom since 1999, and her business is Seam So Right. Kate Winton of Kate Winton Designs, designing and fabricating visual delights. Irene Hurley, owner of Irene Hurley Designs. She is a boutique design and sewing studio offering custom window coverings, interior accessories, and artisan quilts. Kathy Cohane operates Curtain Kathy. It is a custom window treatment, design, fabrication, and installation company that has been in business for over 25 years. They love making houses homes. And Rosemary Garner, owner of R. Garner Custom Designs in Northern New Jersey, which is a to-the-trade custom workroom specializing in detailed custom fabrications of Roman shades, draperies, and all soft treatments. So first of all, just trying to get them all together at one time was challenging, but fun to get the different answers. Then we all got together on Zoom, and it was controlled chaos. Let's just leave it at that. But what I loved most is the way they treat each other with such respect And everyone in this group contributes by either answering or asking questions, or maybe just lending a show of support. There are many different personalities in this group, and they blend together so well. And they don't require or expect anything from everyone, except you have to like every picture that gets posted. That was made very clear. But they're really there to support each other. And they have covered a lot of different topics in their texts. And that's really what the Jersey Girls are about, is their texting group. So I'm really excited for you to listen to this episode. As I said, there's a little bit of chaos. I have discovered that interviewing this many people on Zoom does not always give me the best sound quality. I did what I could. It's not perfect, but that sort of describes the Jersey Girls to a T. And speaking with them was so much fun. I really hope you enjoy today's podcast. Well, this is really a treat for me because I have more people on this podcast at one time than I think I have ever had at one time. I think this actually is a record. I'll have to take a look, but it is the Jersey Girl, so that's special in and of itself. So those of you who are listening, there might be some chaos going on from time to time, but that's part of the joy of the Jersey Girls. So I'm going to open this up by asking Rosemary to tell us, who are the Jersey Girls and how did this get started?
Oh, I feel so honored to be the first. The Jersey Girls are workrooms that are in New Jersey that know each other through either CWC or the WCAA or both. Do you want me to go into how it got started?
Except for me.
Well, you're an honorary Jersey girl.
But you lived in Jersey.
She's an honorary. She
started in Jersey.
Once a Jersey girl, always a Jersey girl.
Yeah, there you go. You can't take the Jersey out of the girl.
Go ahead, Rose.
Okay. So Robin and I were talking about this morning. We believe we started originally in 2016 when Robin, myself, Diana, Irene, and Suzy went to CWC. Irene may not have been there, but she's in the original text change. You were there, Irene? That's CWC?
Well, I missed that. I don't know if it was 2016, but I did miss one year because of a very serious family health issue.
Okay, so I think this was the first one. So anyway, so we bonded and solidified and started from there texting, probably not in the beginning every day, but whenever we had a workroom issue. Mm-hmm. And it just brought us closer together. And then in 2020, Kate came in because I was introduced to her by Kelley Chitty, and she came to work with me a little bit. And then I was like, well, Kate has to be in it because she was a newish workroom and she could learn a lot and have as much fun as we do, because not only do we learn, but we really laugh. And then, was it 2 CWCs ago?
Rhode Island.
Mary and Kelley Garfield joined us, and Kathy Cohane.
3 years ago.
Joined us at CWC. So then it just grew from there, and we text every day.
We'll get into how much you all text in just a minute.
Right,
so about 2016, 2017 is when it started. Okay.
We also sort of started a little before that with Montreat because we were coordinating going to Montreat.
Yep.
Right.
And so that was the absolute beginning, but we really didn't solidify things until that CWC.
Okay.
And we spent 12 hours in the car together.
Yeah.
during a storm.
That'll either bond you or tear you apart one or the other.
Seriously.
Clearly it did the bonding thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Diana.
we talked a little bit about how it grew because of, first of all of you either lived in everybody lived in Jersey at one point, so that's that part of it. Suzy, since it's grown, what are the conversations typically about? Robin, can you answer that for me?
Yes, mostly work. I would say 95% work. Here's a picture of something, mostly Rosemary saying, do you like this or this, as far as pattern going?
Not mostly me.
Kelley always has a question about prices and more business things.
Okay.
Diana is more installation-ish.
SOS.
Suzy is more fabrication.
Not much.
Yeah, not too much. Some people ask more than others.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's mostly business, and then it's sometimes like moan with me. Something went screwy.
Okay.
And, or uh-oh, I have this install coming up. Pray for me.
Okay. So, Diana, when you guys are conferring about something, is everybody answering quickly, or are there people who take a lot longer to respond to things? Is it a flurry of activity, or you ask your question and put your phone down and come back later and check it out?
It depends on, I think, the time of day. And, if somebody's at an install, somebody can be in an install all day. Somebody could be totally into something that they just can't break their own concentration. And the nice thing is having so many people is somebody usually responds.
Okay.
And I've definitely had some SOS moments. I know I got a stain one time. It was very scary on a window treatment, and I was saying SOS and somebody answered,
okay,
but maybe not everybody. And then eventually people will,
Yeah, but that's definitely one of those times when you need an answer yesterday, not in 3 hours.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I'd love to know, I'm going to get impressions from a couple of you. Sue, who do you think is the biggest cheerleader in the group?
There's a few cheerleaders.
That's nice.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think everybody's a cheerleader. But I think maybe Kate would be. It's like everybody is, everybody is very supportive of everybody. Everybody's very encouraging. I'd say everybody, but maybe Kate. Kate's a little louder maybe than others.
Okay. In only the best way, right?
Yes, of course.
All right. So, Irene, who is the straight shooter in the group? If you need the absolute truth, here's a picture of what I did. I need to know if it's okay. Who can you absolutely be sure is going to be? Let me try that again. Who can you be absolutely sure isn't going to sugarcoat it and make it sound like, oh, Irene, it's okay? Who is it?
I would say the straight shooter in the group, who most of the time has just about the best answer, honestly, is Robin. And behind her, I would say, is Rosemary. Rosemary is always right on the same page as Robin, but Rosemary is so critical of her own self that she's a little bit nervous that, oh, maybe I'm going to be critical of this too. I better hold back a bit. Yes, Robin, that's right, Robin. So I say Robin tells you straight off that this is how it should be. To me, for me, and I think everyone has an opinion about who in the group would do that for them. But for me, pretty much that's where I would say.
Okay, Rose, what did you want to add to that?
Well, first of all, I've changed a lot. Lexapro has helped me a lot, and I'm not as nervous as I was many, many years ago. So that's number one. And number two, I would say Robin, but I would also say Suzy Daruwala is a straight shooter. She would say, do not do that.
That's true.
I don't
Nicely,
care what
though.
else you do, but don't do that.
Well, and let's face it, if you're going to put a picture or ask for help, you want the truth back, and this is everybody here does the same thing. So if I'm going to ask a question, I want honesty. I don't want anybody to placate me or say, "Oh yeah, see, all that looks great," and then have me install it and go, "Oh, what were you thinking?" Diana, what did you want to add to that?
Okay, not more than an hour ago, Rose sent a picture and said, "What do you think? 2 bandings or 3?" And I was the only one out of the whole group that said, "I like the 3. I like the 3." And it's kind of funny. And so you don't have to worry about what you say. It's just like, that's just my opinion. But we'll see what the designer says. She was sending the pictures to the designer.
As soon as she knows, you'll know.
What did the designer say, Rose?
She hasn't responded yet. So as soon as she responds, we'll see who wins.
Okay. Clearly, she did not know how important it was to answer quickly.
We're all waiting.
Often.
All right. So I get the impression that all of you are problem solvers in your own way, but is there one person in particular? Suzy, you were voted the one of the straight shooters, so I'll ask you this question: if you have a problem, who do you think is going to be the first one to answer with the best solution?
Generally either Robin or Rosemary.
Okay.
But I do talk to Rosemary more often. And I'm in California time, so I'm 3 hours behind everybody. So often, by the time I come down in my workroom at 9 o'clock or 9:30 in the morning, it's already 12:30 for them, and there's 100 messages. And the answers have already been given. So I don't even read all the messages. I feel bad about that, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I think, if people are sending out messages, I don't know how Robin does it, but she seems to be like on Facebook, she answers right away to people. On text messaging, she answers to people. And yet the amount of work that she gets done in a day.
I know.
If I didn't
I
like
don't
her
know.
so much, I would not like her at all. But
Thank
I do
you.
know her,
I feel the same way.
Our MacGyver.
Yeah.
MacGyver, right.
Yeah, everybody's really good. Kelley always has some great things, and Kelley has she's super busy right now. Everybody is really busy. Kelley seems to be busier now than you were a year ago. And so, I think we're all getting really weird and interesting projects. So we have more weird and interesting things to problem solve with. And so, that's what's been helpful. You have 9 different heads looking at the same thing. But I think I would say, Robin, Rosemary, Kelley, Kate goes to bed a little earlier. So if we're doing things a little bit later, she answers in the morning as soon as she wakes up at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock in the morning.
So it's like, and I think Sue and I are probably on the same boat. We don't answer quite as often as everybody else does. So, but we're all kind of there and supporting each other, which is great.
So no pressure to answer, just be there when you can.
No, and I actually don't keep my phone on me hardly at all when I'm working. So it's, it's just one of those things I've decided not to do.
Okay.
So I don't answer right off the bat, but I love the fact that they do when I have a question.
I'm always the last to respond, but it's like, I don't know how y'all work and then get to your phone, think about something else. Like, I just cannot multitask like that. So it's like, when I'm in it, I'm in it. And then by the time I look at the messages, it could be 50, it could be a couple of hundred. And like, the conversations have gone, and it's like, I'm trying to catch up. Oh, hey, here was my thought about this, but it's like, you guys are amazing how you can do that. Like, when I'm in it working, I just cannot pull my head out because I have trouble getting back.
Yeah, me too, Sue. And my next question, I was with Robin for the Slipcover Summit, and we sat next to each other at the our local chapter's WCA meeting where we were decorating cookies. And I remember thinking, if that was my phone, I would like hurl it out a window.
You have to shut that
and
off.
it was the Jersey Girls text group a lot of it. And I thought, I would never get anything done. And Robin was like so calm about all of it. And sometimes she picked up her phone and sometimes she didn't. Like it was not, my phone goes off and I'm like, oh, I got to take care of that. And Robin just, okay, all right, I did it. So and she answers questions in the forum too. So I don't know how she gets as much done as she does either. Robin, we'll have to do a whole podcast about that.
Really happy to be distracted from, anything in the workroom.
All right. So Robin, since I have you, can you guess on any given day how many texts go back and forth?
I would say no less than 50.
Okay.
And that's kind of a low estimate.
That's really low.
Very low.
Does anybody have any idea what the largest number of texts in a particular day was?
Oh gosh. Well, over 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would
Sometimes
say
it's like. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Heart. A lot of reaction.
Yeah, they're like in little
Ha.
clumps.
if someone posts a picture, everyone has to like it. So that's 9 likes.
Okay.
Right.
That's 9 dings on the phone. Kelley, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit, especially since it's been mentioned that you're busier than you were before. How has this group changed how you run your business?
Oh my goodness. Where to begin? I ask these questions I ask questions of everyone all the time about finance and workroom and processes. And if I didn't have this group, I would not be where I am. It's 100% sure. It's been an amazing 2 years. So it's about 2 years-ish that we went to CWC and met everyone and had our crazy costumes and all that. And we're able to join into this amazingness. But, every day I am learning from the best of the best. And that is all there is to it. I would not be where we are right now without it. And we share information constantly. And, this morning I had some finance information and sent that out real quick because, we're all in our own, employed businesses. So self-employed businesses. So stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Is there anyone else who would want to answer that question? How has your business changed since this group started?
For me, now I've been a part of the group since its inception, just about. I am from a large family, and I work alone. So for me, it's difficult for many years to work alone and thus meet these women. And then all of a sudden we have technology. We can connect. I was an old Cheryl Strickland school person and went and stayed in the Route 66 motel over the smoking pub, and you got a van that took you to class, and then you met 8 people that week, and you were supposed to connect with them. Well, duh. How do we do that? So to meet these women, and truly they become your family. We've shared lots and lots of work things, but the nice thing for me, and I'm sure for all the other girls, is that we know at least of our families, and we feel for them when there's not such a good time for them, and we are happy when there is a good time. And if somebody needs, like Diana recently had questions about a dress she had to alter for a wedding, so we do go into personal, which kind of, for me, completes the circle, because I don't think you can have a healthy work atmosphere without the personal piece,
Yeah, totally agree.
I agree with you, Irene. I think that's well put. And as someone else who's from a large family, I can appreciate that.
That's right, Seal.
Diana, you had your hand up too.
I'm trying to remember what we were talking about.
How your business has changed since.
Just fairly recently, Kelley sent us a little video on how to do the widget.
Oh, the widget thing.
And at that moment, I totally had to do one of these shades using that, and it saved me. As much as this does take a little time when we're working, we're responding to texts and stuff. that saved me hours.
Yeah.
I would have had to have gone and figured out how do I do this, widget, because I'd never seen it before. And she made these little videos that we just downloaded onto our phone.
And there you go.
So it's definitely good for that. And like what Irene said too, lots of personal things that come up. You're alone in your workroom, and it could be happy things
once in a while,
or sad things. I'm worried about this, or send me good vibes. I have a challenging install.
Yeah. All right. So, go ahead, Kathy.
So when I started, like, I don't even know, 28 years ago, and it was books, it was the library. I don't know how I created. I knew how to sew because I have a home ec degree and I was in the garment center, but I had no idea. And I really was by myself in my basement. So then when I guess it was one of my first WCAAs, I see the influencer Rosemary Garner in the front, and I was like, "Ooh, who's that?" Rosemary. And Robin was in the front too, and I go, "I need to be the popular girls. Like, I really want," and I'm sitting in the back because I always want to sit in the back because I don't really want to be the center of attention. But then I can't even imagine starting a business today without having everybody around me to help me. Even though, because after 20, I'm still learning. Rosemary taught me like a different way to make panels. I'm like, this is like, why didn't I know this?
Because you were working alone in your basement. That's why.
With like, no, and I'm not in the basement. Thank God I'm not in the basement anymore. But, like going through, I still have like all the British magazines or the British books. So I do feel like it's part of a family, and I like to have like groups of girls that do the same thing I do and like the same things. So I have my theater girlfriends. Everyone goes, "Who are these people?" I go, "Oh, they're my Jersey girls." And they go, "Who are these Jersey girls?" "Oh, they're my Jersey girls. We workroom." And they go, "Well, you're not we're not in competition." And I just love the camaraderie of there's no competition. And there's no mean girls, and we just, and it's helped me so much to grow my my business has grown, but to grow my business, or when I have an issue, because now I'm taking on more things that I used to subcontract. So, I have to learn new things. And like Sue Berry, I was the, the Valance Queen. We installed a house today that I put valances up 20 years ago, and she still loves them.
Oh, that's great. That is great.
Valances with the bead. Remember the glass beads?
Love them.
Wow.
Yep.
So that's what the group is to me. I mean, it's just more people to love.
Oh, I like that. More people to love. I love that, Kathy.
That is nice.
All right. So we kind of got the vote that Kate is the
cheerleader.
But when you're having a meltdown, who is the person who's going to help the most? Kate, I'm going to ask you to answer that one, because if you're everybody else's cheerleader, who would you go to when you're having a meltdown?
Well, I have private meltdowns. and if it's something, I'll call Rose, and she's my she's my lifeline, or Robin. If I need something and it's I'm frustrated, I'll do a private. I do a private call.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was seeing a little shuffling around there. Rose.
Rose has her hand up.
So the kindest person in the world and the one that has the most positive outlook ever is Irene Hurley.
Saint Irene. Saint Irene.
She is the bee's knees when it comes to if you're having a meltdown. She's like, everything will work out. It always works out.
Yeah.
And then it always does.
And she usually has a good saying to go with it.
I
Yes.
know.
Her mom.
Her mother's saying.
Her mom's sayings
Absolutely.
are the best.
Yeah.
A direct line to St. Anthony.
St.
Yes.
Anthony, of
Yes.
course.
We have a direct line to St. Anthony.
Except for
And
that
a
house
direct line to my
holder.
mom. She's always sending some inspiration.
Oh, the inspiration
Aw.
from your mother is just.
I just got cold chills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kisses to Irene.
Aw, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, girls.
So, Sue, I know you had a background in sales before you started this. I would love to know, you spent some time in corporate America. What makes this group different from other business groups you've ever been a part of?
I think like what you mentioned before, the lack of competition, like they're in this group, everybody is truly supportive of each other, willing to share pricing information, their best tips for how to get something done. Like you don't get that in the business world generally. You get people that are like, I'll help you a little, but I'm not giving you all the good stuff.
Okay.
The stuff that could help me, I definitely think it's totally different.
Okay.
And it's just like, there's so much kindness, in this group, and just so much help and openness. Like it's really amazing. These women are amazing.
Okay. I love that. And I agree with you. Kelley, you mentioned your business changing and growing and being able to ask a lot of questions. What is something you were able to talk about here with this group that you couldn't talk about somewhere else?
Oh, Lord. I mean, if you want to get back to like frustrations and challenges you were just talking about, I had a challenging client situation and they were nitpicking a scenario that I thought I had done a beautiful job, and I was losing it because I was so frustrated and didn't know how to fix it. And I reached out to everyone, and then Rose called me on the side. She's like, okay, your mentors are phenomenal. Your process is exactly the way we would all do it. Like just being able to talk through and feel better. And then you have to go to the client and discuss it with them. And I had an ease about me because of these conversations and her calling me in the car on the drive there. I thought maybe you'd be going, so I wanted to call you and give you a pep talk. Like things like that, you just never know how people can impact you. And those challenges are tough. And, I wouldn't say there's something extreme, but, there's definitely been times when I didn't know what to do. And it's just having these people available to me has been, stop you in your tracks, get you to breathe, think a minute. And it's been great.
And I have to say, Kelley, I think like so many of us struggle with imposter syndrome or, not what I did wasn't good enough. To have something that you felt really good about and then have somebody start picking it apart, like that really kind of knocks your knees out from underneath you. So it's really amazing to have people behind you who can give you that little, I love how you said that you had an ease about it before you went back to that house. I love that. Does anybody else have anything that they could add to that?
The sponsors of the So Much More podcast allow me to bring guests to you each
We
week.
can't talk.
And without them, I couldn't do it. I'm pleased as the owner of the Curtains and Soft Furnishings Resource Library that I can use the library to help sponsor the podcast as well. The library hosts the industry's largest curated collection of educational resources for the custom home furnishings professional. Membership to the library gives you access to a wealth of downloadable reference materials, videos, live events, as well as a community of support to help you develop your design, sales, and fabrication skills, and to grow or start a business. Join the library today at csfrl.org. The Workroom channel is the premier online training provider for professional fabrication skills. Go to theworkroomchannel.com to browse the selection of anytime access courses created by industry experts. Watch detailed demonstration videos, download companion materials, and participate in private course discussion boards with your instructor and classmates from around the world. Start your course path today at theworkroomchannel.com. Education, networking, visibility, and industry discounts are just a few of the benefits that are offered to members of the Window Covering Association of America. The WCAA is the only national nonprofit trade association that's dedicated to the window coverings industry and the dealers, decorators, workrooms, designers, and installers that make up our membership. The library is a gold-level sponsor of the WCAA. Join today at WCAA.org. WCAA, where you are never in business alone.
And you're like, okay.
Discover Climacus Studios, where innovation meets exceptional design. Climacus fabric and wallpaper collections are inspired by the original works of collaborating artists and developed with the understanding of how fabrics are manipulated into exquisite soft home furnishings. Workroom businesses enjoy exclusive access to engineered designs and best trade pricing. From clever layouts to classic linen prints, Climacus Studios delivers the quality and consistency that your business demands. And Climacus' reliable, on-time delivery keeps your projects running smoothly. Go to climacusstudios.com for swatches and trade account information. Climacus Studios, for the joy and profit of workrooms.
On how she put in the invisible zipper when she's matching up patterns and stuff. And it was so simple and changed how I did them. And it made it go so much faster. I'm like, wow, I never thought about doing it that way.
Okay.
And yet, so it's just like those little tweaks. And, so it was great. So those are some of the things that are really nice as well. Just, little tweaks, and just to be able to feel like you're having a dumb day. So just let somebody else think for you.
Yes.
Unfortunately, there are more of those than I want, but
I can relate to that. But Suzy, I think it's true too that there are things that we don't do regularly, and it may have been a year since we've done something in particular. And I do even less fabrication now than I used to. And there will be times I'll be standing in my workroom and just like, I'm not even sure how to get started today.
Right.
The sponsors of the So Much More podcast allow me to bring guests to you each week. And without them, I couldn't do it. I'm pleased as the owner of the Curtains and Soft Furnishings Resource Library that I can use the library to help sponsor the podcast as well. The library hosts the industry's largest curated collection of educational resources for the custom home furnishings professional. Membership to the library gives you access to a wealth of downloadable reference materials, videos, live events, as well as a community of support to help you develop your design, sales, and fabrication skills, and to grow or start a business. Join the library today at csfrl.org. The Workroom Channel is the premier online training provider for professional fabrication skills. Go to theworkroomchannel.com to browse the selection of anytime access courses created by industry experts. Watch detailed demonstration videos, download companion materials, and participate in private course discussion boards with your instructor and classmates from around the world. Start your course path today at theworkroomchannel.com. Education, networking, visibility, and industry discounts are just a few of the benefits that are offered to members of the Window Covering Association of America. The WCAA is the only national nonprofit trade association that's dedicated to the window coverings industry and the dealers, decorators, workrooms, designers, and installers that make up our membership. The library is a gold-level sponsor of the WCAA. Join today at WCAA.org. WCAA, where you are never in business alone. Discover Climacus Studios, where innovation meets exceptional design. Klamaka fabric and wallpaper collections are inspired by the original works of collaborating artists and developed with the understanding of how fabrics are manipulated into exquisite soft home furnishings. Workroom businesses enjoy exclusive access to engineered designs and best trade pricing. From clever layouts to classic linen prints, Klamaka Studios delivers the quality and consistency that your business demands. And Klamaka's reliable, on-time delivery keeps your projects running smoothly. Go to klamakastudios.com for swatches and trade account information. Klamaka Studios, for the joy and profit of workrooms.
All right, I'll allow you guys to raise your hand, whoever wants to answer this one. Is there any one particular moment that this group came through for you that you just go, oh, yes, I could not have made it without? Go ahead, Kathleen.
So it was COVID. And I don't think I was part of the Jersey Girls yet, but it was COVID. And I had known Ro and I had known Robin as, the WCAA superstars. And, we were like, what are we going to do? I mean, we're stuck in our workrooms. What are we going to do? And I remember, I don't know how Ro and I started, but we started like a morning meeting, and we have morning meeting.
Okay.
And we haven't done it. I've been off for a little bit, but we have morning meeting like every single day. And then when she's driving to her mom's, we have meetings in the car. And then when she's driving home from her mom's, and that's like, because I didn't know what I was going to do in COVID. I had no idea. I just was fabricating and fabricating and fabricating and fabricating, but I couldn't install. And we kept talking like, what are you going to do for money? Where are you going to get the money? Are you going to get the PCP loan? And I kept going because I'm not good when it comes to finances. I was like, what's a PCP loan? And then she had to explain to me what a PCP loan was. And, we made it. And then as a result, like outside, because we do still have a daily morning meeting, but I couldn't do it. But I couldn't have done it, got through COVID without her. I couldn't have, because it was scary. I think it was really very scary times.
Yeah.
And, very scary times. And that's what I've always felt like. I do have everybody on my back. If I need to, I have everybody on my back, no matter what it is. I don't ask as many questions as everybody else does, but that doesn't mean that I don't read and learn from everybody else.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm just trying to keep my head right. I just had surgery, so I'm really not back at work yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be back at work in the studio next week. So
okay.
Well,
fingers crossed for you.
But I have tons of work. I have enormous amounts of work. I have whole houses. I have, far away, close, New York City. So it's, it's fine. But I would say, for me, it was just, I didn't, COVID was the weirdest thing. And like now looking back on it, it was the strangest thing on the planet.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll say.
Go ahead, Suzy.
So for me, I moved to California in 2015 and leaving Massachusetts, and there was an amazing WCA group up there. And before that, I was in New Jersey for the start of my business. And the group in New Jersey, as we know, is amazing. And so I moved out here to California. People don't want to get together and talk and, camaraderie. So this has saved me from that standpoint. Like I don't feel alone all the time, except for I do feel jealous once in a while when they go back and forth like, oh, who's going to the meeting today? And I want to,
not me.
Stab them all in the eyeballs.
Not going.
I'm just kidding. No, I get a little jealous. The little green-eyed monster comes out because I miss being able to do that, which is why going to CWC and, IWCE and some of those business conferences are great. But this, for me, is what helps me still have sort of that like monthly meeting. I mean, we should do monthly Zoom meetings with just the 9 of us. But it's just
that's a great idea.
With a glass of wine.
Yeah.
I can't think of one particular.
Will you host them, Suzy?
Yeah, sure. I can't think of one particular event that I said, oh my God, they really saved me, because there have been so many where I thought I was going to break down, and just like, somebody please tell me what to do, or take a look at this. Is this okay? Can I, install it like this, or add an install? I got grease on something as I was clipping something off, and I had grease on my pinky. And I'm like, I don't even know where it came from. But, I'm like, how can I get this off? So, like those kinds of situations, the group is invaluable. And also just that pat on the back, like, you did a great job. It's so nice to be able to send the pictures to people, and everybody's like, oh, it looks so beautiful, stunning, blah, blah, it's really nice.
Especially, Suzy, like, if we send pictures of our work to a family member, they're going to say it's beautiful because they love us and everything else. But this is a group that is very hard on themselves and very particular. So to get the added girls from this group means a whole lot more than sending a picture to somebody else.
Yes, and everybody in this group, I can say, is pretty prolific. I mean, I think everybody is busy and does really interesting, unique things. Irene has the most what's the word?
Most
Irene,
varied palette.
She has the most variety of things, and it's really fun to see that. There's more to sewing than just Roman shades and draperies, and she does some really interesting, beautiful things too. So everybody does so many neat things, and it's fun to see that and be inspired by that too.
Okay, so my next question, I'm going to have you guys raise your hand to answer it. Who can tell me what is the funniest thing that's ever happened on the chain that we can say on the podcast? Let me just. Can anybody think of anything really funny that happened?
There are a lot of funny things that happen.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I would just say a lot of times, and for whatever reason, it happens to Robin a lot, is her phone changes what she means to say and puts something autocorrect. And she's like, I don't know where that came from.
And has anyone else noticed how weird autocorrect has been recently?
Yes.
It says Teresa.
Really weird.
My sister keeps saying, who's Teresa?
He types faster than the letters come out, and then the whole thing changes the meaning.
Like, where did that come from?
Yes. Yeah. I was texting my sister the other day, and she texted me back, what does this mean? And I'm like, I don't know. Why are you asking me that? And then I look at my text and I go, oh, because that's what I sent her. Not what I said, not what I typed down. All right. So what kinds of questions come up the most? Do they tend to be, you've talked about money, finances, clients, family, how-to. So who has a suggestion for how they want to answer that question? Kate, you've been quiet for a little bit.
Yeah, that's because it's so close to my bedtime.
We'll try to wrap this up before 5:30, okay?
Thank you. I'm sorry, what was the question?
The question was, what kinds of questions show up the most often?
Business questions, of course, how to, I'm probably too tired to answer it, but maybe somebody else can jump in.
Okay, go ahead, Rose.
I think
Sorry.
Fabrication questions are the biggest one. Yeah, definitely. How would you do this? How would would you place this here or here? I mean, sometimes it's just that, or or if we've dubbed Robin MacGyver because if it's an installation thing, she comes up with the craziest things and they work.
Yeah, I would never second guess that. If Robin says it's going to work, I would trust her to do it.
It's well, I would do this. And then she goes at this explanation and you're like, son of a gun. That is a perfect way to do that.
Yeah, it's Robin's law.
Okay,
so true.
Here's a question, though, especially because we are all such visual people, and knowing, of course, that autocorrect and Siri like to change what we say in a text. Has it ever been difficult for somebody to explain what they mean or how they're trying to explain how they do something? Go ahead, Robin.
Well, for me, that's where pictures come in. I'll draw it and take a screenshot and send it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking for such a visual group that the texting is only going to be so helpful at some point.
We send pictures all the time.
We send a lot of
It's
pictures.
more
back and forth.
pictures. And you have to empty it at times because it just overtakes your phone.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
True.
But I'm also don't want to clear everything out because there's such vital information.
Good
in this text
information
chain
in there.
that all I have to do is search on a certain word or something, and I've got a whole technique that I would have never had anywhere else. So
Right.
I don't know.
It's a good problem to have, but yeah. Okay. I'm going to do a little rapid fire thing here. I'm going to throw out some ideas, and I do want you to just talk out. Let me just make sure that I copied and pasted it, and now it's not here. Give me 1 second.
Wait, is this a game? Should I wake up?
A little bit.
I don't think there are any winners.
To win.
Will there be prizes?
No
Robin,
prizes.
Robin,
competitive one.
Kate
put your
wins
hands up,
everything.
Robin. We gotta win.
Kate is the big
wait a
is always
minute.
the big
I was
winner.
at the NUA part of CWC with the two of you. You won everything.
You win everything.
We were lucky.
Really, it was
Rose and I
Robin.
got ripped
I
off.
was just her cheerleader.
Yes. Thank you, Diana.
Okay, I'm gonna wake up. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Diane's got gum and I got it too. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
This is
Done.
my favorite gum.
Oh my God, Diana, I bought that. I thought they were mints. And I ate the first one and I was like, why isn't it breaking up? Why isn't it breaking up? And I had no idea it was gum. And I was like,
Is it Diana?
happening?
Put it
What
up
is
there again.
happening? And I was like, oh my God, is this gum?
Oh, I
I didn't know if I
That's
could
great.
swallow it or
You only need one piece, and it just lasts a long time.
forever.
No. If I see somebody chewing gum, I know I stop, but got it. All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
Well, I'm not. I copied and pasted these questions, and they're gone.
Wait, what do we
I
win?
have the list.
You don't
I have
get
the list.
any. Oh, you get the
You
win.
don't get
There you
anything.
go. Isn't
Go
that
in.
enough? Well, if I can't find the questions, we're not going to do this part.
Oh, these aren't the. See, of course, because I was an overachiever, I printed this out.
But
figured them
I
out too.
deliberately didn't
Did you?
include them on there because I didn't want you guys to prepare for this. I copied
Well,
and
while you're
Okay, you, Robin,
searching,
Robin, you
while
did
you're
too, did too.
searching, I'm going to throw out a couple of our catchphrases that we use all the time. One is, okay, talk me off the ledge.
Yeah.
Irene's is, if you send a picture and you're a little worried about, I don't know, the 1 inch on the corner, Irene will say, can't see it from my house. What else?
Good enough for government.
Good enough for government.
work.
Yeah.
Government work.
They're not going to notice it.
Right.
They're not. You notice it, but they're not going to
Yeah.
notice it. Yes.
Take the check and run.
Put it on the wall and say
Check.
bye-bye.
Sending good vibes.
Yeah.
We all have to
Sending
tell.
good juju.
We all have to tell Rosemary to stop thinking.
Stop thinking.
You're not an overthinker, are you, Rosemary?
Oh my God.
Ladies,
You're better.
You
You
have
you are
gotten better.
Way better. Yes.
What's that?
I have gotten a lot better.
You have
but
gotten
sometimes I do hear stop thinking and just cut.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, apparently my Jersey Girls questions just disappeared completely from my computer. So we're just going to wing this. Okay. So I'm going to throw out a question. Raise your hand and I'll pick on you.
Raise.
I'm going to pick on you. What is your favorite tool to share with everyone else in the group?
Oh, to share?
To share. We should.
Kathy.
I like my, and I know I owe it to you, Kelley, but my Skirt Tech Valance, my Donna Skirvis Tech
I'm
Valance.
still waiting, Kathy, but
I am. I'm going to do it. Since I'm not sewing, I can have Avi do it. I love my Skirt Tech Valance when you have to do a Roman shade off the back. And then you got to do a valance in the front. And I used to do like a soft balance, and I hated it. It always looked like flippy floppy and cheap. So I do skirt tech balances, and it's Donna Skirvin. But I changed it. I don't make it as, but I love it. I just love making those because sometimes you have to do it off back. You can't do it off the front because it's going to too much, light leak. So I like that. I just one thing I know that I don't think anybody. Well, I have this shirt with Kelley. I do.
All right. Who is your go-to if you have a question about cornices?
Robin. That's a no-brainer.
Robin.
Okay. How about balances?
Sue.
Diana.
Yeah.
Sue, Diana.
Okay.
And
Oh,
Robin.
those box sleeves were gorgeous, Diana, by the way.
All right.
And Robin.
I think I know the answer to this one. Dressmaker details.
Really?
Irene.
Always.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you have a question about mitered trim, do you ask anybody but Rosemary?
No.
The shade whisperer.
Yeah. How about for lift systems? Who's your go-to for that?
Robin and Rose.
Kelley, I think.
I think we just put it out there.
Well, it's not me. I can tell you that.
Because we all do use different ones. So
Yeah.
it's
not me.
what system are you using and how does it work? Or we definitely use a bunch of different.
Okay. Who has the best answers for pleating to pattern?
Kate.
How about motorization?
Probably Kelley now.
Kelley,
Yeah, maybe
Kelley, which I'm going to have to ask you because I'm having some issues. So I got to call.
You're becoming the expert.
Reno
Kelley.
Del Rey.
Kelley for 200. Yeah.
Center square. Center square.
And I did find the list, but I really made a mess of it. Who would you go to for a whole house project?
What does that mean?
How do I get started? I've never done this before. Who in the group would help you through that?
I think everybody.
I think
everybody.
Yeah.
A group effort.
Okay. Okay.
We're going to be one workroom one day.
Of course, that's the deal.
One workroom under Kate.
We have to get Suzy back from California to do that.
Yes.
No problem. We'll fly her
Good luck with that.
weekly.
So one of the things I wanted to make sure in doing this is how do we share this great group that you have going without make everybody feel like they have FOMO because they don't have it? What if somebody's listening to this and go, well, I text so-and-so, but what suggestion would you have to somebody who wanted to try to get a group like this together?
You just have to do it,
And
let it go.
I was going to say, it kind of happened organically.
Okay.
Reach out, and be kind and be giving.
Yeah.
Right.
And with CWC, you meet so many people that you really connect with.
Mm-hmm.
And if you connect with those people and then just sort of be open to a group, you don't have to be physically close because, we're like 2.5 hours away, right, Diana? You and me? And
24 hours away.
And more.
And I also think none of us feel like jealousy towards the other. Like there's no competition. And I think sometimes when you're working by yourself and you're starting, you feel like somebody is going to take business away from you. So you don't want to give them the nuts and bolts of what you're doing,
right? Because
you're afraid that they're going to take. There's plenty of business,
right?
And
it's like Sue was saying earlier, like I'll give you so much, but not everything. Yeah,
right. I don't feel. I just feel like it's made me personally much more confident in what I do, even though I've been doing it forever. But it's made me much more confident And it's made me feel like, okay, if I have a problem, I have people that will help me. When I'm having the worst day, and there are some worst days, okay, they're not all days are great. When I have worst days, or a client that is just giving me, making me second guess my abilities, I do know that I have everybody in this group that I can call individually or text as a group and say, what did I say? You pushed me off the ledge, right, Ro? I'm instead of saying talk me off the ledge, I think I said push me off the ledge. I did. But I really felt at that moment I needed to be pushed off the ledge. Okay. But that's what I feel like. There's no competition. We're all like, we make each other better.
Right, right. Rose, what were you going to say? And I'll get to you next, Diana.
I have to take issue with there's no jealousy, because we are all jealous of Robin.
Yeah.
Often she'll send us something on like a Monday afternoon. Oh, I have 24 panels to do on Monday, and then Wednesday she's installing the panels.
Right. After she went paddling that
irritating. And on the way home, I have to call Suzy and say, I hate Robin. Even though I love
Robin. Jealous. We're peanut butter and jealous.
And
butter and jelly.
And then I've upholstered 14 chairs.
I don't know. I want the drugs that Robin
has. She's the Energizer Bunny too.
I was going to say, everybody wants to have the energy that Robin has.
I don't.
Well, I was going to say, I would be very dangerous on drugs.
Yes, he would be.
Diana, what were you going to say?
When Kathleen just said, about picking up the phone, I'll never forget. She saw me put a comment on Facebook. I was doing an inside mount arched Roman, which I'd never done before. She called me up, and it was just, from us having our numbers from going to CWC, Diana, it's so easy. This is how you do it. This is how I've done it. She was in the car. She's like, call me when you need to. This is how it, and it was great. I was able to, not everybody, like that was an obscure kind of thing to do that I had to do.
Yeah. We do nice arch Romans. We do. Now that I know how to do them so well, I don't get a lot of them.
Of course not.
Of course not.
Maybe you should teach it at a CWC.
I can't. I can't publicly speak. You don't know that. I'm very shy.
Shy is not a word I would have picked for you, Kathy.
I am very public speaking.
Suzy, you had your hand up. Did you have something there?
To answer your question, because we kind of got off a little bit with how would you get a group together like this? Yeah. So I think every group is different, because I have heard different people talk at CWC about the groups that they have, that their people text back and forth. I think the biggest thing is to be able to you have to be a little vulnerable and admit that, you're not perfect. And I think sometimes when you go to some of these conferences too, it's really easy to start feeling like, oh, that person does that so much better. I can't possibly talk to them, or, they know I've been in business forever. And so if I admit that I'm not, whatever, perfect at valances or Roman shades, that they're going to look down on me. And so I think part of it is to be vulnerable and to pick up the phone and call a person. I've reached out to people that I've met at CWC and just said, hey, you mentioned, I heard you talk about this with so-and-so. Now, I didn't necessarily want to start a text group with them, but I think that's sort of how it starts. If you connect with one or two people and you might even just say, hey, do you mind if I text you? Or, can we go back and forth? And I think it's kind of asking permission, because I think there's a lot more people that want to be able to do that, but they just don't take that step. They're a little bit worried about it.
Yeah.
So, and there's a lot going on right now in the world and the United States also that are making people a little more concerned about doing that. So I think just being able to be vulnerable and asking when you need it. And, it's only hard the first time. And then after that, it's a lot easier.
Absolutely. And like you said, I think there's often people who are willing to do that and no one has asked them, or they're not quite brave enough to ask. So, and who doesn't like to have someone say, I'd really like to connect with you? I think that's really a great compliment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we could probably talk all night, but Kate has to go to bed. So I'm gonna wrap this up. What I'm gonna do is I want you all to think of one sentence, if it's possible, to sum up what being a Jersey girl means to you. And I'm going to go around. I'll go around. I think our grids might look different. So I'm going to start with Diana. You're in my left corner. What does being a Jersey girl mean to you?
The first thing in mind is Jersey girls don't pump gas.
Okay.
No, I'm proud to be a Jersey girl. I've lived here since 1975. It's the longest place I've ever lived. So we're unique.
She means the group, girl. She means the group.
Yeah, I do.
I could answer since I have to go to bed quick.
But I have something funny to add to that. Robin and I were at the Slipcover Summit together, and Robin rented a car, and we were driving to the airport at 3:30 in the morning. And she said, I'd like to get gas so that they don't overcharge me. And as we're approaching the gas station, I can honestly say I have never seen Robin panicked. And she went, oh my God, I don't know how to pump gas. And I looked at her, I said, I do. I live in Pennsylvania. So we made a really good pair that particular time.
Oh God. But I'd say it's a treasure to be a part of this group. Like I don't know where I'd be. My mental health would certainly not be as
okay.
It's like we're sisters,
I love that. Sue, what does being a Jersey girl mean to you?
I would say it's an honor. Honestly, these women, their talents, their advice, their support, like it's incredible. The stuff I go through, half of it I don't understand because they do the Roman shades. I don't make Roman shades. So it's like, but I've learned so much just listening to, a lot of the advice that comes back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been so great to even, if you have like one single question, like something basic, like I was asking about insurance, I got like 5 different answers of different insurance companies to go to, when I'd been with the same insurance company because I didn't know where else to go.
Right.
By the end of the day, I had new insurance at a new insurance company, but based on what they, what they told me. So, yeah, it's an honor.
I love that. Kelley, how about you? What does it mean to you to be a Jersey girl?
Oh, it just makes me so happy. It's enjoyable. I mean, we're just learning from each other. The best of the best is what I feel like I can call it. And it's been great. It's a wonderful thing to be able to have a group of people who constantly have your back, will give you good advice, will direct you, will support you. So it's a great thing.
Okay. Kate, what's the best part about being a Jersey girl?
Well, I have a list. No, I'm kidding. It's just a pleasure to be a part of this group. Like Diana said, we are sisters. It's hard times, good times. We're there for each other. I mean, come on, we have icons in the industry in this group that are so valuable. Everybody is so valuable. And like Kathy said, we're not jealous. We just try to help each other get through those problems and enjoy the installation of everybody when people have installations, and we're there to help. I help as much as I can with everybody or whoever calls on me, and I'm so privileged to be a part of this group.
I love that. Suzy, what does it mean to you?
Well, a lot. It's been great. It's a safe place, which is great to be able to say whatever we need to say and, admit when we're wrong or even when we're right. Give ourselves a pat on the back sometimes too, which is really nice to feel good about what you do. Diana said it best. It is like a sisterhood to me, and I have 5 sisters, and yet now I have 8 more, and it's been really nice, the camaraderie that we have with each other. it's great to show up to events like CWC or IWCE and know that a few of us will be there. And if we're in a class, there's always somebody that we can connect with and be with. And I think that connection is important to me. So that's been great.
Love that. Kathy, what does it mean to you?
Similar to what Suzy said, it's like another sisterhood. And that's what, and Diana said, it's that I know that I'm not doing this alone. And even though I did it alone for so long, I didn't realize what I was missing until now I have it. So I couldn't, I mean, even, it's been difficult the last few weeks because of surgery and I'm not working and it's hard. But I do know that no matter what, I have there was an instance where I just couldn't figure something out. And Ro just said she heard it. She heard it in my voice. And she goes, I'm coming over. I'm just going to come over and we're going to figure it out together, because I couldn't get it, and that's what being a Jersey girl is, because she didn't say, oh, I have to do the day, I can't, could you wait a week? She just realized that I was at a panic point.
Right.
And I couldn't figure it out because I was at a panic point.
Right, right.
It just means, like, to me, it's just, my family lives all over the country. I don't have any family in New Jersey.
Yeah,
none.
Me too.
They're all over the country. So I feel like I have sisters, I have, and I know that I have sisters because I know that if I called, they would show up. And thank you for my gurgling pot, by the way.
That's awesome. Irene, how about you? What does being a Jersey girl mean to you?
Being a Jersey girl for me is belonging to a sorority of sewists who all bring their individual talents to the table. And that table is our workroom. And we can all pitch in and help out, or we can turn away and get to our own things and then bring that back for more help. I think the helping hand and the open heart is what really makes us extremely special. These Jersey girls have it all. We're the top tomatoes, right?
Well said. Well said,
Irene.
Thank you.
Robin, how about you? What does being a Jersey girl mean to you?
I couldn't have said it any better than Irene. It really is that sisterhood, that sorority. You've always got someone, as Irene said, with an open heart, someone ready to help you and be there for you. And I don't know where I would be without my sisters, my sewing sisters.
Rose, how about you?
Well, everybody said it. It's a sisterhood without judgment. And I feel like we've all gotten some of our biggest laughs of the day from these women.
Yep.
I love that. Yep. So I have to say, I was a little bit worried trying to ask each of you if there would be overlaps, and each of you found something a little bit unique and a little bit special and used one or two different words, even though the theme is still the same. And I think that says a lot about who all of you are and how valuable the group has been to you. And I have to tell you, this has been so much fun for me to talk with all of you. And I've certainly been at CWC meetings and our local WCA group meetings with some of you. And there's always a little chaos and excitement around the Jersey girls that is just so wonderful to see. And I think it's a great thing for other people to strive for. And make it their own. If there's a group in your area that you could connect with and do this with, then go for it, because clearly there's nothing but benefits to it.
Don't be shy.
That's right. Don't be shy.
And be a little vulnerable, right, Suzy?
Yeah.
Well,
or be shy and do it anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
And the other thing is, I think, like, as women of a certain age, initially we made our friends through our kids, or through sports, or through a job. And this was like a chosen sisterhood. This isn't, it's like, we're all doing the same thing, but I just feel that it's like I kind of hold it dear to my heart because these are just like my Jersey girls. They have nothing to do with, some people don't even know, I don't, I know Rosemary's children but it's not like I know how many kids people have. I know their dogs. I know everybody's dogs. But it's just like I feel like it's this precious thing that we have. And by 10 o'clock in the morning, because I'm not an early girl, by 10 o'clock in the morning, there's like bing, 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 bing.
Wait, Kate starts at 4:30.
What's that, Robin?
Kate's at 4:30. Kate sometimes at 4, and that's when I get up before I go back to sleep. I see something from Kate. Good morning. And then Irene is having coffee at 5:30 in the morning, and sometimes she's got good morning.
And Robin, we know you're the late bird.
It's this precious thing.
Yeah. And then at 7:30, good night, ladies. Okay, good night. And sometimes I'll see him in the morning when I turn the phone off.
Yes, fly.
Oh, no doubt.
Well, I want to say thank you to Rose for suggesting this.
Rose.
This was a great idea. I knew this would be fun. And I knew it would be fun for me to be in the company of all of you. I do think that I say it a lot on the podcast about what a sharing industry we are, but we all also know that that's not always true all the time. And there are sometimes, you see some of the answers on Facebook. You see people just aren't always nice.
I know. What is with that?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, and there's no
upbringing.
There's no reason.
Exactly.
Unhappy people.
If you can't say anything nice,
don't say anything at all.
That's the way they were raised.
Exactly.
That's more about them than it does about you.
Yeah, it is. But it's so nice to see the camaraderie that all of you have. And it's so nice to know that there is this section of people that no matter what's going on in your life, you can get somebody to be a cheerleader and help you out and either talk you off the ledge or say, go, you've got to do this.
Push them off.
One or the other. And I love that you all help each other out in so many ways. I think it's fantastic.
It's great.
We need each other.
Thank you
all so much.
I hope it was as much fun for you to listen to this podcast as it was for me to make it. I felt very honored to be able to present this group and what they're all about. I feel honored to be in their presence sometimes, the respect and the kindness that they have for one another and the ability to support and provide answers, a helping hand or a shoulder to cry on has really been so beneficial to all of them. And I love their suggestions that if this is something you want to develop for yourself, don't be afraid. Be a little vulnerable and reach out to people. And it can pay off in a really big way and in a way that can last for years like this group has. So here's to the Jersey girls. Can't wait to see you all at CWC again and hear the loud applause and response that you make when Susan Woodcock calls out the state of New Jersey to see who's there from New Jersey. It's always the loudest group. Just watching them in action with each other and with others and how supportive and wonderful they are. I really hope you enjoyed hearing from the Jersey girls today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a great day.